What up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and I am here today with the week's hottest topics, you guys. So these are gonna be the hot topics for the week of July 16th, my birthday, and the week of ending the week of July 21st, you guys, which is also my cousin's birthday. But before we go ahead and get into these hot topics, you guys, before we get into it, if you guys are watching this video or any other video on the channel and you guys aren't subscribed yet, then I need you guys to do me a solid favor and please stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. You can do me a favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning your post notifications on, and sharing the video, you guys. And with that out of the way, without further ado, let's go ahead and discuss what's hot and what's trending this week. All right, you guys. So this first story, a hot ass mess. So last week, more specifically, last week, you guys know Sunday was my birthday, right? So I wasn't really paying a whole lot of attention to what was what was going on last weekend because it was all about me, right? And yes, when it comes to my birthday, I am very, very selfish, right? I only care about what I want to do. I really do. It's on July the 16th. That's all I care about is me, right? But so yeah, last weekend I wasn't really paying attention to what was in the news, but I did keep seeing this one girl. She kept coming up on my timeline. And I was like, I wonder what's going on with this. The fact that she keeps coming up on my timeline, and I kept seeing her in this lab coat. I was like, okay, don't know what's going on. So I don't remember which day it was. I don't know if it was Saturday, or if it was my birthday, but I saw one of my cousins post her, and I was like, oh, that's a missing flyer, right? So it was Carly Russell, 25 years old. She's a nursing student, right? So she disappeared on Thursday after calling 911 and her brother's girlfriend to report seeing a toddler wandering alongside the road, right? So first responders arrived at the scene. Minutes after the 911 call, they found Russell's car as well as her personal belongings, including her wig, her cell phone, and purse, but no Russell, right? And I was like, okay, that's a little interesting that they found, her wig is still in the car, her cell phone, and her purse. You have no identification on you, you don't have your cell phone on you. I was like, okay, very interesting, right? So then it says on Saturday, about 49 hours after her initial disappearance, Russell returned home. Now, according to Hoover Police Department Police Chief Nick, I can't pronounce his last name, Russell told detectives after she reappeared that she had been kidnapped and held by two people until she was able to escape, right? That was a little interesting, right? So you were held by two people until you were able to escape. So never mind. Because I was about, well, no, let's ask that question. How did you escape? If they kidnapped you, I'm assuming that they would have, some weapons, and more specifically, one of these weapons, that I would assume that one, but okay. So it says the police chief shared other information that cast doubt on Russell's account and said investigators haven't yet been granted permission to interview her. There are many questions left to be answered, but only Carly can provide the answers, the police chief said. What we can say is that we've been unable to verify most of Carly's initial statement made to investigators, and we have no reason to believe that there is a threat to the public safety related to this particular case, which is crazy. So I do also know that they said that she went to I believe it was like a Target, right? Got some snacks. So the snacks were not in the car. So that's really interesting. So the snacks were not in the car, but your cell phone was still there, your wig was still there, and your phone was still there. But the snacks, I guess the abductor said, "Fuck it, let's take everything. Let's take this bitch and let's take these snacks with us. Let's just do that, girl." So it says on July 11th, 2 days before she went missing, Russell used her cell phone to search whether you have to pay for an Amber Alert Ma'am, if you go missing, it's not an Amber Alert. You're not a child. An Amber Alert is for children that have gone missing. A Silver Alert is for the elderly. And then for a missing person, it's a APB. All points bulletin, a missing persons. But an Amber Alert, sis, that ain't for you. So the day she went missing, Russell searched for more information about the bus station in Birmingham, which is about 10 miles from Hoover. She also searched for a one-way ticket from Birmingham to Nashville. She also searched for the movie Taken and how to take money from a register without being caught on the day she went. Girl, this is too elaborate. And why would you look up all this stuff on your phone? This is easily traceable. Why not, maybe go to a public library? I don't know. Because when you go to a public library, they don't necessarily know who you are. Or, well, if you have a library card, yes. If you just go there, just use a computer, no, they don't know you. But girl, what the fuck? You and she looked up, if you have to pay for an Amber Alert, she looked up a one-way bus ticket from Birmingham to Nashville. She searched Taken to see how much money, how to take money from a register without getting caught. In this day and age, I don't know, like most of these places, when you go to them, they'll tell you that, like, certain places you can go to, and they'll tell you right away, we ain't got no cash. Like, I've noticed that some places that you go to, they'll tell you we don't have any cash in the register. They'll put a big sign on the window or by the cash register, right? And even today, I don't know too many, like, I know people still buy stuff with cash, but I think more people pay with card than they do with cash. I don't think you're gonna find too much cash at a store. The only place I think you're gonna find more cash at is actually a bank. I don't think you would find a lot of cash in a cash register these days. Not like the 90s and the 2000s, because we've gone digital. Apple Pay, debit cards, Google Pay. I don't think you're gonna find that much money, sis. I truly don't. But good luck to you if you had found something, right? So it also says here, I don't think it's highly unusual that the day that someone gets kidnapped, that 7 hours, 8 hours before that they're searching the internet, Googling the movie Taken about an abduction. I find that very strange. Yes, sir, that is extremely strange. His investigators uncovered other internet searches that appeared to shed light on Russell's state of mind, but that police were not releasing them out of the respect for her privacy. For her privacy? For her privacy. Oh, okay. There were also 2 internet searches related to Amber Alerts on a computer at her workplace. Girl, you looked it up at your workplace. Okay, girl, here's the thing that I'm wondering. Because when she came home, I know that her parents, they took her, and got her checked out, right? And I think they said she wasn't talking at the time. I really hope her parents went in on this. And it don't seem like it, but Jesus. It makes you wonder if she has some kind of a mental illness, because that's just very odd to me that you would do all of this. Very, very odd, right? Additionally, investigators used cell phone records to determine that Russell traveled 600 yards along the highway as she spoke with the 911 operator. She said it, and I'm not saying it couldn't happen, because I've always been one of those guys, never say never, right? This is the police chief. To think that a toddler barefoot that could be 3 or 4 years old is going to travel 6 football fields without getting in the roadway without crying, it's just very hard for me to understand. That is what's the most interesting part to me, right? Is the fact that you're saying that there's a child on the road and nobody else had called about the child. Because you're telling me like a 3 to 4 year old child is on the road on a highway, a busy highway, right? And they're not crying, they're not causing a scene, and people are just zoom, 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 driving by the child, and no one says, hey, let me stop and check on this child. No one called 911 before you. You're the only person that saw this child. It's giving make believe, right? It's giving fairy tale. It's giving, like, if you, I'm trying to think of a show. Well, you guys might not have ever saw it, but there is a show, Power Rangers, and there was an episode where there was a kid, and only one person could see the kid. Only one person could see the kid. But again, this is make believe. So it says Russell told the police she was kidnapped and blindfolded. According to the police chief, Russell told detectives after she returned home Saturday night that she had been kidnapped by a man who emerged from the trees near her car when she got out to check the child. She said the man, who she described as having orange hair with a bald spot, girl, that is very, okay, never mind. Orange hair with the bald spot picked her up. She said she screamed, and then he forced her over a fence and into a car. The next thing she remembered was being in a trailer of an 18-wheeler. She said, Russell said she heard the voice of an adult female and the sound of a baby crying. So, girl, are you trying to say that you were trying to, oh my God, so this is an elaborate scheme to potentially, traffic someone? Okay. So she said she managed to escape the 18-wheeler and flee on foot, but was captured again and blindfolded. I don't mean to laugh, you guys, but you listening to this story is very outlandish. It's very much given Jussie Smollett. If I didn't say that earlier, it is given Jussie Smollett. So Russell said her hands weren't tied because her captors didn't want to leave marks on her wrist. What kind of captors are these that they didn't tie you together? They didn't tie your hands together, your feet together. They wanted you to get away, huh? Okay. They didn't want to leave marks on her wrist, so they didn't tie her up. That makes no sense whatsoever. Russell says she was taken to a house and forced to get undressed. And she believes her captors took photos of her but did not remember any physical or sexual contact. Girl, a lie don't care who tell it. When she woke up the next day, Russell told police she was fed cheese crackers by the female captor who also played with her hair. Ma'am, you left your wig. So what was she playing with? Like, was she running her fingers through the spaces between your cornrows? Like, you left your wig. So did they take your hair down? Like, what was she? Never mind. I really don't care. So, she said she was put in a vehicle again and was able to escape for a second time, running through the woods until she emerged near her house. Girl, what kind of captors are these if they did not tie you up? Detectives observed a tear in her shirt and a small injury to her lip. She said she had $107 in cash in her right pocket. You know what? I kind of want them to throw the book at this girl because this is just insane. No, do I want them to throw the book at her or do I want them to check her into a mental institution? They're going to make an example of her, right? But I feel like if she can get a really good lawyer, her lawyer can rule out, go reasonable, insanity plea. Because this all sounds very insane. It's very insane. And, the sad part is with this situation is there are so many people out there that are missing. And, she took away the resources for people, like if there was a real abduction, you took away the resources from someone else for your nefarious things that you wanted to do, right? It's crazy. It's crazy, right? And, I always choose to believe people, black men, black women. I choose to believe anybody, right? But you do see it a lot more common where people are saying they've been kidnapped and they're giving elaborate details of the abductors, right? You saw some where the woman I think it was a few years ago, where the woman said she was kidnapped by a Hispanic couple, and that turned out to not to be true. I know they did a whole special on her on 2020. It's just crazy. So it says late Tuesday night, officials released a statement saying Russell brought snacks at Target shortly before going missing, but they weren't found with her other belongings. During a press conference, the police chief noted that before her disappearance, Russell also left her workplace with a dark-colored bathrobe, a roll of toilet paper, and other items, none of which were found at the scene. So you were kidnapped, but you had a robe, a roll of toilet paper, and other items as well as some snacks, but that wasn't in the car. The only thing that was in the car was your wig, your cell phone, and your purse. Authorities at the press conference also played Russell's 911 call in which she described seeing a white toddler in a diaper. Police police added that surveillance video from Russell's neighborhood on Saturday shows her walking down the sidewalk alone before returning home. You guys, I just don't know what to say about this story because it's, like I said, it's outlandish, it's far-fetched. I never post, like I said, I didn't post anything about it because I didn't go too deep into it to see what was going on. When I saw the picture, like I said, she was in a white lab coat, like a doctor, and I was like, what's going? Like I said, what was going on? But I didn't take any time to really just delve deep into it. But now that I have, I just don't know what to say about Miss Carla Russell, because that just, like I said, just crazy as the hell, right? But let me know what you guys thought about that down in the comment section below, you guys. And we're going to pause here and move forward, you guys. All right, you guys. So the next story that we're going to talk about is very interesting. So this came across my desk. I forgot which day it was. I don't know if it was, I think it was Wednesday when I saw it. So Nene's oldest son, Bryson, right? Y'all remember Bryson. Bryson is her oldest son, not with Greg, right? But Jesus, what is up with this People magazine article? So this is going to be from Radar Online. It says RHOA star Nene Leak's son arrested for felony possession of fentanyl. Allegedly told police he was his younger brother Brent, and that is fucked up, right? And I think the last time I read that he's still in jail, right? So it says Real Housewives of Atlanta star Nene Leak's son Bryson Bryant was taken into custody earlier this month as the police allegedly found drugs on him. Radar Online has learned. According to court documents obtained by Radar Online on July 3rd, Bryson was arrested for felony possession of fentanyl, a Schedule II controlled substance. Why do you have fentanyl on you? That is interesting. So it says in a criminal arrest warrant, prosecutors said the crime happened around 1 a.m. at a home in Lawrenceville, Georgia. In addition to the drug charge, Bryson was hit with a misdemeanor loitering and prowling charge. Sir, what are you doing at 1 o'clock in the morning? Like, I even tweeted this other day when I saw it. Like, is Bryson on those hard drugs now? Because that's really what it's giving, right? So the police affidavit claims Bryson was at the address in question, evading police and claiming he knew the people that lived at the residence, which was false. Wow. You know, the one thing we can do is pray for that young man because it seems like he's spiraling. It really does seem like he's spiraling because you get caught with fentanyl, you're loitering at someone's house that you don't know, then you lie and say you know that you evade the police and say that you know the people at the residence, but that's not true. So it says during questioning, when asked his name, Bryson told officers he was his younger brother Brent Leaks. That is so fucked up. As a result, the first few filings in the criminal case have oh my God. Oh, and Brent, I know Brent put on his social media the other day, like, you know, that meme of his mom when she was at the reunion. Like, how did I get in this? See how I always get drugged into this? It says the first few criminal cases, that first case that he had of the fentanyl and the loitering and stuff, it has Brent's name on it. How did they soon find out he wasn't Brent? Like, how did they so they booked him as his little brother. So I guess if you were, well, I know like here in Texas, you can search the criminal, you know, you can search people's jail records, right? So if you were to look up his Brent leaks records, you would see his brother's picture. That is fucked up. How do you do that to your brother? I don't get it right. So it says jail records show that Bryson was booked into the Gwinnett County Jail at around 2:36 a.m. His bond was set for $5,900. The booking sheet has him listed under Brent's name. It showed him released as of 12:20 p.m. During booking, Bryson gave officers an address to a home that Nene sold off years ago. Which house was that? I bet you it's that first house that Nene lived in. Or what, it could have been the first house she lived in or the second one that she just sold, but I'm pretty positive it's that first house that we saw Nene and Greg on the Real Housewives. Oh no, I don't know. But he literally lied. Dude, you were in a lot of trouble. You gave false identity, fentanyl, and false, you gave a fake address. So it says in newly found documents, prosecutors added a charge of giving a false name, address, or date of birth to a law enforcement officer. The updated filing listed the defendant as Bryson Richard Bryant with a date of birth of 12/26/89. Oh wow, we're the same age. Well, I'm older. His birthday is the day after Christmas. He's a Capricorn. He's a Capricorn. So he's 33 years old, so he'll be 34 this year. So you're about to be 34 when your birthday rolls around. Wow. We're the same age. It says, according to jail records, Bryson is currently still behind bars, as he should be. As he should be. I wouldn't get that nigga out of jail. Like, you literally just you literally lied on your brother. Like, you said you were Brent. You gave a fake address. And you had fentanyl, sir. So, nah, Nene, let that boy stay in jail. Let him stay in jail. Because Bryson, Bryson has been on a downward spiral for quite some time. Like, remember on Real Housewives of Atlanta, what was it, season 4 reunion, when her and Sheree got into it because Sheree was talking about the fact that he got caught shoplifting from Target. When he got caught shoplifting from Target, don't mention the kids. Like, yeah. Again, prayers up to him because I feel like he's going through something. Is he even a part of his kid's life? Because he has more than one child. He has more than just that child that he had when Nene was on Real Housewives of Atlanta. I think he's had more kids since then. We gonna pray for him because, like I said, it just feels like he's on hella drugs. It seems like he is really hit them drugs. It really does seem like he's hit them drugs. So yeah, we can just send up a prayer for old Bryson that the Lord helps him, heals him, and works on him. But that is all I got for that story, you guys. Let's go ahead and pause here and move over to the next story. Shout. All right, you guys. So this next one, I was gonna do a separate video for it last week, but I was like, nah, I don't want to do that. I probably could have got some views and stuff from it, but I was like, yeah, nah, I just don't want to really delve too deep into this situation. But we're gonna delve into it today, you guys. So, since we just finished talking about Real Housewives of Atlanta, let's talk about the Real Housewives of Potomac, you guys. So you guys know the Real Housewives of Potomac, they have been filming for quite some time now, right? One thing I will say about this season 8 of Real Housewives of Potomac, we don't know a whole lot of stuff about the storylines, and that's a good thing. I'm happy about that, and I'm hoping that we can turn Potomac around some way, somehow. But yeah, so last Friday while I was at work, I was last Friday when I woke up to get ready for work, and I opened up my phone and I looked on social media, right? And the first thing that I saw it from TV Deets, right? So TV Deets had reported that there was a fight at the filming of the Real Housewives of Potomac. It was an event that Ashley and Giselle had, right? Because Ashley and Giselle have an athleisure line that they're coming out with. And I said, a lie don't care who tell it. Who the fuck gonna buy some athleisure wear from Giselle and Ashley Bryant, the two tackiest people on that show? But yeah, they had a whole thing, right? So there was a fight between Deborah and Kiana, who is a friend of Wendy's, right? So they're two friends. Wendy had two friends on this show. Kiana, well, no, it was Kiana, and there was another girl. There was another girl that I saw, or maybe it was Kiana that I saw pictures of. But I think there's another girl. There's a few girls in the mix this season. There are a few girls in the mix this season. I know that there's that one girl that we still don't know if she's a full-time cast member or if she's a friend of when they came here to Austin. When I'm not in Austin, but when they came here to Texas, and they went to Austin. There was that one girl. Then there's another girl. Maybe it was Kiana that I saw. Maybe it was Kiana. I don't remember. But yeah, there's a few girls that are thrown in the mix this season of Potomac, right? So I don't know who gave TVD that story that TVD's put out, because that shit was a lie. So TVD's put out a story, and in the story from TVD's, it was saying that things got heated on the set, and I believe that it said the cameras were down, but I saw the video, and I saw the cameras were very much up and stuck, right? So the fight happened between Deborah and Kiana, right? Wendy's friend. I know I just repeated that. So according to TVD's, Kiana had, hit Ms. Deborah and hit her somewhere, right? And according to TVD's, Ms. Deborah got the best of Ms. Kiana, right? I was like, oh, at least somebody hit the woman, right? I didn't care who it was. And I was like, well, yeah, it is what it is, right? But I also was like, last week, when I saw it, I was like, I hope that this doesn't make it to the show, because I just don't want to see this on the Real Housewives of Potomac, because this will be the second fight. Actually, no, it'll be the third fight. It's going to be the third fight on the Real Housewives of Potomac, right? And this is between a friend of and a nobody, a trespasser, an interloper, yeah, so to speak, right? So I was like, yeah, I honestly don't want to say that shit. Y'all can keep it. Y'all can keep that bullshit, right? So I think it was Saturday. No. It wasn't Saturday. It was the same. It was Friday. It was the same day, right? It was same day, because I was still at work, because for the summer I get off 2 hours before my shift ends, right? So my shift ends at 4:30 on a regular day. So I get off at 2:30 on Fridays until Labor Day weekend. So I was packing. I was getting ready. I was starting to kind of wind my day down. And shout out to Tracy. Tracy has sent me the video from TMZ, which I already saw. I think I had already saw. Yes, I had. I had already saw it, and because I was on Twitter and I saw the video, and dum dum dum. And so we see the video. In the video, you see Candace, right? Here's the thing that I want to say to people about Candace. Like, everybody loves to attack Candace. Everybody loves to make Candace the bad guy. All y'all saw in that video of Candace was Deborah was right here. Kiana here. Wendy was behind Kiana. I don't know. Ashley was on the other side somewhere. Then you see who? Then you see Candace beside Kiana, right? Candace's back is turned. Then you see Deborah have a drink in her hand, toss that drink on Candace. Candace got a champagne bottle. Why was Sharice never mind. Why was Sharice about to build an ass there? That is the question that I have. Why was Sharice there? So Sharice took the bottle from Candace, right? We all know Candace wasn't gonna do anything, but why are y'all sitting here saying that y'all talk about Monique, but Candace picked up a bottle. The woman threw a drink on her. What y'all expect for her to do? Like, if somebody throws something on me, what you think I'm finna sit there and be like, oh, okay, I'm still continue to sit there and dance? Bitch, nah, we swinging. So I don't know if Kiana got hit in the melee of that situation, but Kiana must have muffed the fuck out of Deborah. Then that's when the fight broke out, and when I tell you Miss Deborah got that ass whooped, I'm gonna go back to TVDs. Who told you that she won that fight? You talking about she got the best of Kiana? Nah, baby, she got the worst of that woman. She got the worst of her, cause Kiana Rec tagged that ass. I mean, she was binking, knocking the Mario coins out that hoe and the Sonic rings, cause she was tearing that ass. I mean, she tore that ass up. I was like, well, damn. Did you at least pinch her? And then to the chick in the see, here's the thing, Ashley, keep your raggedy ass friends off the show. Like, we don't want them, we don't like them, we don't know them. Like, no, because there for I know all of Friday, people were trying to say that there was a woman in like a lime green or a yellowish. I don't know what color that dress is, right? But she had a ponytail, right? So when Kiana was hitting old Deborah, right, this girl just grabs Kiana by her hair and pulls her down, and they all were just all up on Kiana. I was like, so because your friend getting beat up, you gonna chime in and jump in? Girl, you could have got your ass beat too. Like, I just thought it was tacky. I don't like the fact that we're on our 8th season of Potomac and we're on our 3rd fight. The first fight was Monique and Candace, season 5. Then I won't even consider season 6 what happened with Candace and Mia a fight, because it was just literally them just tossing lettuce at each other, right? But then we had season 7 when Wendy was attacked by Mia with that clutch when she popped up with her pocketbook, and now this shit. Like, can Potomac go back to them being uppity and it's all about etiquette and pedigree? You know, Karen. Before, well, you know, Karen had to let that shit go too when she had them tax issues. No shade to you, Karen. Love you. Love you. But yeah, you have to let that shit go too. But yeah, you guys, let me know what you guys thought about that. I just, like I said, I just really want for Potomac to go back to being lighthearted. I want us to go back to being lighthearted and having a little fun and just being shady to each other, right? Like, it ain't got to be physical. It ain't got to be physical. So, you know, can't nobody talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta, because now Real Housewives of Potomac is right along with them. For 5 years, they were above. Shout out to Giselle for that. Y'all were above, and I think that's really what it was. They thought they were better than Potomac better than Atlanta, but you just the same. Here, y'all getting ghetto now, so we should call y'all Bad Girls Club Potomac, Baddies Potomac, Love and Hip Hop Potomac. What should we call y'all now? Andy Cohen, let us know in the comments. Like, let us know, Andy. What should we call the Potomac Housewives? But that's it, you guys. Let's go ahead and move forward, you guys. You guys, I really don't want to talk about this story, but I just guess I'm gonna have to go ahead and just bite the bullet with this one. In some nasty ass news. Now, you guys, I know that people have they little, they fetishes and they kinks, right? And I'm fine with it. I'm cool with it. I don't have no issues with it, because I'm not a prude, and I'm not someone. I have my kinks and my fetishes. Some people know about them, some people don't, right? And for and more specifically, there are people who know about it under an alias. Like, you'll never find it under my government name or even JB. Like, you wouldn't find those things, right? So for quite some time, and it's so interesting that I said four when this is literally about four from Black Ink Crew, right? So for quite some time, I saw four on both of my Twitter. I have 2 Twitter pages. I have one that I tweet, like reality TV shows and just regular stuff, as well as, tweet my videos that I do on YouTube. I have that one. Then I have a more adult-friendly Twitter, right? And so I'm used to seeing adult-friendly stuff on the adult-friendly Twitter, but I see four on both that one and on my regular one, right? So you guys know you guys actually know that Non Mag, They closed it, right? I didn't know that. I just recently read that a few months ago that they had closed 9 Mag. So I wonder what Ryan is up to. Speaking of Ryan, can you and your brother Don come down here to Dallas, Texas, and please get y'all's brother forward? Take him back to Chicago, do something with him. I ended up having to block that food this week, right? So, he's been on my Twitter, on both of my Twitter timelines, and I'm just like, you know what? He's having fun, he's living his life, right? You see one video where he's doing this to himself, right? And I'm like, okay, I don't care. You see one video where he is, doing a do on a balcony. I was like, you know what? I don't have a problem with that because that's something that I would like to do as well, right? Then you see one video where he is, pleasuring a woman, in her nether regions, right? And I'm like, okay, I don't have a problem with that either. You have a video where he's getting pleasure. I'm like, cool. I don't have a problem with that. I don't even have a problem with the fact that he likes, his booty touch, right? His booty touch and, you know, something sliding in his, sliding on in home base, right? I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that either, right? But what threw me was when I saw this fool in one of them dog masks and a leash on him, and this fool was clothed, he had no clothing on, right? And I'm like, you're in downtown. I'm pretty positive he lives in downtown Dallas. And I was like, I'm so shocked that nobody arrested him for indecent exposure, right? Because he had nothing on. And then, like a actual dog, he went up to a tree and urinated on it. I was like, oh my God, what is going on here? What the hell is this? But, this week he topped even that video. So we see him this week, and I'm not gonna be too graphic, you guys. I'm a color it up so that way, it ain't alarming. So I think it was like Monday or so. It was Monday because I woke up at 10 o'clock Monday morning. Because, when I tell y'all, me and my cousin, we went out Sunday for my birthday, and I took them back, had a good time. So I woke up, and I was driving, and I was on Twitter, and I saw Scotty had tweeted, right? But he was about to unfollow for, and I was like, I wonder what Scotty would say he was about to unfollow for, because, I followed Scotty on Twitter, he follows me, and I was like, I wonder why Scotty about to unfollow him. So, against my better judgment, I decided to go search for 4. And what I found, I wish I didn't find. So 4 is, down there on a woman, right? He's doing his thing on her, right? But then you read the caption. The caption is what was nasty. Oh God, and I still shudder when I think about it. This fool was pleasuring a woman who was on her monthly friend. I was like, oh my God, that is so nasty. Not nasty about the woman being on her friend, right? The fact that this fool is in between her legs doing it. It was like, sir, that is nasty. Ugh. There are not a lot of things that make me squeamish, right? I have a stomach of steel, right? But something about that was just repulsive. And then I'm like, what happened to his music? What happened to him tattooing? Like, is that all just dried up because you're doing outlandish stuff? But then I have to think about it. I'm like, you know what? People do like to do things for attention purposes, for clout purposes. So I was like, maybe that's what it is with him, right? Because then I saw another video of this girl, and I was like, and I tweeted this, and shout out to Schoolboy for telling me no, that it wasn't who I thought it was. Because if you guys watched, I think it was Baddies East. No, I didn't watch Baddies East. Wait, I don't know what. So Baddies ATL, Baddies South. Oh, I should have put Baddies South because I think that's what it was. It was Baddies South. The girl that goes around and gives blowjobs to inanimate objects like gas pumps and all that stuff. Why are we doing that kind of stuff, you guys? Why? Why? But it wasn't her. So this girl was literally had no pants on, no undergarment on, and was sitting on top of a fire hydrant and gyrating. I was like, are you serious? What is going on in the world that we are literally doing the nasty with a damn fire hydrant? You do know that birds sit on fire hydrants, right? You do know that birds shit on everything, right? So you're putting God knows what into your body. Why? Make it make sense. All right, you guys. So we're going to get off of this stuff. Let's pause here and move forward, you guys. You guys, let's talk about the writer's strike, you guys. So you guys know that the writers have been on strike. Let's see how long the writers have been on strike, because I actually don't know how long. How long has the writers? So the writer's strike started on May 2nd of this year, and so wow, May, June, July. So we're two months into the writer's strike, and the writers are asking for more money, and I'm all here for it, right? I'm here for this writer's strike. I support it. And I know last week, Fran Drescher from the Screen Actors Guild Award, Screen Actors, SAG after, right? SAG from SAG, she came out and she spoke. So it appears that everything is shut down, right? The writers are now on a strike, and now the actors and actresses are on the picking lines with them, right? So coming this fall, and actually this summer too, coming this fall, there's going to be no TV shows. Like, I know I just saw that Tyler James Williams, he's picketing, he's protesting with them. So Abbott Elementary won't be back unless they come to some kind of agreement. And I'm fine with that, right? Because when I said this in one of my videos last week. Oh yeah, Monday when I did my Real Housewives of Atlanta video, I spoke about it, right? The young lady who played on Orange is the New Black, I forget the Asian girl, I forgot what her character's name was. So she's on TikTok, right? And she's posting how much money she's made from residuals. It's cents, literal cents, right? And like I said, remember, Brandy from P Valley, who plays Mercedes, she posted her residuals, and I think the most that I saw she got was like $3 in residuals, and that's terrible, right? It's really terrible, the thing that these people are not getting paid. And the biggest issue comes from these streaming services, right? Like, they're not paying their people any money. And so I know I saw Leslie Jones, she spoke up about it. And she was, because people are trying to say that these people are just being selfish and whatnot, but Leslie had to put it out there, and she was basically like, nah, F y'all. Like, these writers, they don't make the money. They only get paid, and when they do write on these shows, they only get paid once, and sometimes they don't. Some writers don't even get paid enough to pay their own bills. That's what the issue is. They're not getting paid their just due, and that's what they want, is to be paid their just due. And I'm here for it. Let me know if you guys know anything about this, like how we can support, because I absolutely want to support. I did see yesterday that Angelica Ross from Pose, and she was also on Pose, and she was also on a season of American Horror Story. I did see where Angelica had tweeted that she had canceled all of her streaming services, right? Like, the only one that she still has is Apple TV, because she got it for a year, but she canceled Paramount Plus. She canceled, Peacock, Netflix, Hulu, all of them, right? But I don't necessarily know if that's going to be a good thing, to cancel all of your streaming services. So I don't want to do that, just yet. I don't want to go that haste, but I do want to support them some way, somehow. So if you guys know of ways to support them, definitely let me know down in the comment section below, you guys. And I guess we'll just our prayers up to those, the actors and actresses, the producers, the writers, everybody, because with them protesting, it's really hard for them, right? On top of the fact that they weren't making money previously, they're definitely not making money now that they're protesting. So it's got to be strenuous on them. So I'm praying for them. I really really am praying for them, you guys. But yeah, you guys, let's go ahead and pause here and move forward, you guys. All right, you guys. So I want to do a update story real quick. I was gonna do this last week, but I just didn't get the chance to do it. So these are gonna be two update stories real quick, you guys. Um, so Jamie Foxx, you guys. Ah, you guys know I have reported about Jamie Foxx and the stuff that his family had put out, right? And we don't know what was going on with Jamie. So it wasn't last week. I think it was the weekend of the 4th of July and all that kind of stuff. We saw Jamie Foxx on a boat. And I think I also saw him. He was out bowling, right? So Jamie looks, like you wouldn't believe anything happened to that man over the last few months because we saw him. He's been spotted and he looks well, right? Now, y'all, can we stop with the whole he was cloned shit? Like that, I hate when people do that dumb stuff. Oh, he was cloned. That's not him. Y'all, how? Never mind. I'm not even gonna go down that rabbit hole because I really honestly don't care. But yeah, that's that. We saw Jamie Foxx. He looks like himself and he looks well, right? The next thing we're gonna talk about is you guys remember um I don't forget when it was, but you guys remember when Floyd Mayweather and them had that fight, right? And Jocelyn was behind the scenes fighting with that girl Big Lex, who I don't know who she is. Well, we got, speaking of which, Zeus, y'all are so trash, right? Because I just saw the trailer for Jocelyn's Cabaret, and it's in New York, right? Why do they have that fight in the trailer? I was like, I'd be a monkey's uncle, right? So that fight is a part of the trailer. So last week it came out, or the week before, I can't remember. I know it was sometime last week when they released the dash cam, not the dash cam, but the body cam videos of Jocelyn fighting with them policemen. That woman is literally on somebody's drugs because the way she was fighting those policemen was, I was like, girl, you're lucky they didn't pow 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 your ass, right? Because you were you were you were resisting arrest. You attacked them like they would have been well within their rights if they had pow powed you, right? You called them all kind of derogatory slurs, especially the F word against gay men. Like you called them all kind of derogatory terms. And I'm like, so this is what y'all go up for? Because I don't go up for Jocelyn. I don't watch the Cabaret. I don't intend to watch the Cabaret. It ain't for me. Um, like I don't even support Zeus at this point because Zeus is a trash ass network, and that's literally how I feel about Zeus Network. It's just trash. It's bottom of the barrel. Like y'all give shows to the likes of Krishan, Rock, and Blueface. And I think Krishan, for me with Krishan, I think she's starting to come to her senses about this relationship with this man. But I think it's just a little bit too late because you now have a baby with this. You're now about to have a baby with this man. This man means you no good. There's a plane that just flew over. Okay, like I think she's starting to realize that. When I look at Krishan and Blueface, and you guys can agree or disagree, but when I look at her and him, I get a younger version of Ike and Tina. Like that's what I get. I get a younger version of Ike and Tina, and I just want her to get out of that situation. Take you and your baby and lead this Negro because at one point this boy was trying to say he wasn't the father of your child, but DNA tests proved he was the father of your child. Like girl, and she's a young girl. I think she's what, like 21, 22 years old. There's more to life than just this, you guys. There's so much more to life, baby, than that piece of crap, right? Ooh, I pray for her. I pray for her, and I pray for that baby. I really, really do. I more so pray for that baby. Damn, there go another plane. A lot of planes flying over this morning. But yeah, you guys, tell me what you guys thought about that. Some of you guys watched that trailer for Jocelyn's Cabaret. I really do want to. This is another question that I wonder: how much do these blogs get paid to post the Zeus stuff? Because they post the trailers of Zeus, they post the sneak peeks of the episodes that are coming up. Like they post a sneak peeks of Bad Boys, which I've never watched. I don't watch that. I can't, you guys. I really, truly cannot. I cannot. I cannot. I cannot. But let's pause here and wrap up, you guys, because I'm tired of talking at this point. All right, you guys. So the last story that we're going to discuss is going to be a sad one, which is a divorce. Oh my God, you guys. I'm gonna talk about that one. Then I got something else that I want to talk about before we get off of here, because I'm watching our local news and there's a movie that is coming out that, let's just talk about this. Sofia Vergara and her husband Joe Manganiello. So after 7 years of marriage, they're getting a divorce. Be honest with you guys, I had forgot that Sophia was even married. I literally forgot that Sophia was married. And that's no shade to her. I just literally forgot that Sophia and Joe were married. You don't even see. I haven't. It's been a while since I've saw Joe, right? So just 2 days after their split was confirmed, Joe Manganiello has officially filed for divorce from Sofia Vergara. After tying the knot in November of 2015, Sophia and Joe were married for 7 years. However, they announced on Monday that they recently made the difficult decision to divorce. As two people that love and care for one another very much, we politely ask for respect of our privacy at this time as we navigate this new phase of our lives, the former couple said in a joint statement provided to page 6. Oh, that's really sad, though. It says, according to TMZ, Joe filed the docs late on Wednesday off the back of Sophia's recent girls' trip to Italy, where she was celebrating her 51st birthday. 51? She looks damn good for 51. When is Sophia's birthday? So the Magic Mike star is apparently working with a high-profile divorce lawyer, Laura Wassner, who is known for representing celebrities such as Kim Kardashian and Angelina Jolie in their respective divorce battles. I hope it don't get ugly. I hope they have a prenup in place. The documents apparently revealed that the couple has. Oh, I spoke too soon. So the documents apparently reveal that the couple has a prenup in place, which will protect the assets they accumulated during the marriage. Notably, Sophia's $180 million fortune, which is significantly higher than her ex's net worth of $40 million. Shit, neither one of them is nothing to sneeze at. Ain't neither one of them anything to sneeze at. Aside from citing irreconcilable differences, the filing didn't offer much insight into the reason for the split. However, several sources have since spoken out to suggest that Sophia and Joe's marriage broke down over an extended period of time due to their different attitudes. Oh, that's sad. It says she has a temper and gets upset over stupid things very easily, whereas Joe tries to let things bounce off of him and go with the flow, one insider claimed this week. That was not really seen while they were falling in love. But then the true versions of themselves started showing, and they just got annoyed with each other, choosing work over hanging out. Oh, hopefully that don't get ugly. But prayers up to both Sophia and Joe. Y'all are gonna both be fine, right? And so that's it, you guys. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about, and it's just really, really quick, Barbie. I ain't never been sick of seeing something so much in my life. I am so over seeing Barbie. Y'all know that the movie comes out on Friday, July 21st, right? And please go support that movie, guys, because like I said, I am so tired of. I have been seeing promotion for this damn movie for God knows how long. So yeah, you guys go support it. I don't know if I'm gonna go see it or not. If I do go see it, the only reason why I will go and see that movie is because I want to see Issa, because Issa Rae is in that movie, you guys. But yeah, you guys, that is the hot topics for this week. Let me know what you guys thought about each and every story that we've discussed this week in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel, you guys. Turn on your post notifications and share the video, you guys. We do this every single week, same time, same place, same channel. Though this week, it might be a little bit late because, like I said, I've been waking up at 10 o'clock on every day this week. Since I've been off, I'm off for 2 weeks, so I've been off every day, and I've slept in. So this might be a little late. Who knows? It might be late. It might be on time. I don't know. But I'll see you guys later. I will see you guys for so this weekend. What do we have this weekend? What do we have this weekend? So this weekend we have Love During Lockup is back Friday, you guys. I'm so excited, you guys. Go check out the video that I did, the live that I did earlier. Actually, I did it last Saturday. Go check out the live that I did last Saturday for me where we met the cast. So Love During Lockup is back this Friday. So you guys will see the review for Love During Lockup on Friday or Saturday morning. Then Rated to Love, you will see that review either Friday night or Saturday morning. Bell Collective, same Friday night or Saturday morning. Then Saturday afternoon, you guys, we are going to go live to discuss the new episode of Love During Lockup at 5 p.m. Central Time. 5 p.m. Central Time, and it'll be 6 on the East. It'll be 6 Eastern Time and West Coast Time if it's 5. So that'll be 3 o'clock on the East, on the West Coast. So I will see you guys then, and then you guys know Sunday we have Real Housewives of Atlanta and New York, you guys. So what I'm thinking about with the Real Housewives of New York, I'm thinking that I will make that a live video. So probably it depends on if I record Real Housewives of Atlanta. Actually no, Real Housewives of New York, I'll just do that live on Monday. I might do it about 11 a.m. or noon. Just be on the lookout for it, you guys. But yeah, you guys, that's it. You guys stay safe out there again. Take care of yourselves and wash your hands. Be blessed, and I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.